And here we go with another interesting story. So, family says urgent care fails to notify teen of positive HIV test later determined to be incorrect. So it was a false positive, and this young lady almost unalived herself. So people who work at these clinics, they make mistakes all the goddamn time. This is why you have to get one, two, three.
I feel good at
You have to get a second opinion, left and right. So let me pick it up here. Let's watch.
I didn't feel good at that moment.
This DeKalb County teenager showed the physical scars left behind after she attempted to take her own life, moments after seeing a positive HIV diagnosis from Pickens Urgent Care.
I was just crying, felt like my life was over.
Both the teen and her mom told me emotional scars remain. They asked to conceal their identities for privacy. Her mother says she heard her daughter screaming around 2 a.m. in June.
I picked the lock, go in the bathroom. She's on the floor crying.
The family says the teen found the diagnosis while checking her online medical portal. They say no one from Pickens Urgent Care called to explain the result, offer support, or schedule follow-up care.
The clinic never contacted us. The doctor didn't contact us.
Her mother sought second opinion. She had her daughter tested at 4 different medical facilities.
Everything came back negative.
She says a nurse at an HIV clinic urged her to dig deeper.
She said, "Mom, this is a false positive. Do your research on that clinic. Do your due diligence."
The family found dozens of online complaints alleging misdiagnosis, lost medical samples, and poor patient care at the same facility.
If you're messing up somebody's diagnosis, what if I didn't go to another clinic I would have just went on and thinking that I had it and would have been bad.
I called and emailed Pickens Urgent Care. No one has responded. So I went in person. An employee said management was working to provide an official statement. They did say all patients are given follow-up appointments within 5 days after HIV testing. But this DeKalb family says their medical portal shows no upcoming scheduled appointments.
Thank God it was a false positive, but we just want to make sure this don't happen to any other teenagers.
I didn't feel good at that moment.
This DeKalb.
So thank God the girls' test came back negative. And let you young girls out there, anybody's listening to Auntie Misha, now is not the time to be dating, laying up another demon, especially you young girls. You little 15, 16, 17-year-old girls, sweetie. Now is not the time to be dealing with these dudes. A good number of them are positive, especially down there in Georgia. Especially down there in them southern states. It is really, really, really bad. So I'm glad the mother did a follow-up. This girl could have unalived herself because, you get the test result 2 o'clock in the morning on a little portal and she's reading it and it says positive. I mean, that's enough to make anybody just say, well, you know what, man, I'm going to just end it all because if I got to live with this, then I don't want to be here. So thank God they went down and got further testing. And as you can see, this crooked ass place needs to be shut down. This needs to be shut down. This could have been really, really tragic. So let me go to the news story itself. So let me bring it up from here. Let's watch it from here.
New at 6, a DeKalb County mother says an urgent care clinic never contacted them after her teenage daughter's HIV test came back positive. The family later learned that result was incorrect. Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln is live on Flat Shoals Parkway. And Ashley, the family says they're raising questions about what they call a life-altering mistake.
Yeah, the family classifies this as devastating news, but they're happy that result turned out to be negative. They said after their daughter tested at this facility, they did not hear from anyone from this urgent care for weeks.
I didn't feel good at that moment.
This DeKalb County teenager showed the physical scar.
So, this young lady, you see, she took out a razor blade and was like, fuck it. I just don't want to be here. So I'm glad to know that the test came back negative because this girl could have took a bunch of pills. She could have overdosed. Anything could have happened. So, But back to you young girls, a lot of young women. Right now, I would advise you to say no because they holler about, oh, well, then use this and use that and get on PrEP and get on this. You know what? These days, especially for black women, it's easier to just say no because, like I said, a lot of these dudes don't go to the doctor. They don't go anywhere. They don't get any kind of testing. They don't care about your health, their health. They don't care. These dudes is walking around, going, especially these young guys, these little teen boys, whoo, they just going from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And these little young girls, you know, they ain't thinking, they think, oh, well, he ain't got nothing. Nothing is going to happen. Boom, there you go. This here could have went really, really, really bad for this young lady. So I'm glad it was a false positive. So if this ain't proof right here to say no, that is definitely a sign from up above, the universe, or whatever that is you may believe in. Leave them kings alone right now. Just say no to all of it. All of it. So she is very, very, very lucky. Her test came back negative. She had to go to 4 different facilities and, you know, say no. And then every time you go get checked out, your test will come back negative. Because next time you lay up with the wrong somebody, wrong little 17, 18-year-old little boy, well, you might not get so lucky. This time it might come back positive, and it won't be no false positive. It'll be the real deal. So, she got very lucky. Right now, just say no.